We had a pregnant driver, and she was kicked out of her truck at 3 o'clock in the morning by her mega carrier because the day before she had an argument with her dispatcher about hauling an unsafe load.
Jeez.
So 3 o'clock in the morning, the sheriff comes, knocks on the door, and says, "You have 5 minutes to get out of the truck," and the tow truck was waiting. And what they mean 5 minutes, and at that point, 3 in the morning, you're woken out of your bed. You don't even remember to bring your phone charger.
Yeah.
Now, Flagler, Colorado, I don't know if you've been there, but there's nothing there but a few residents.
Jeez.
So Idella, the vice president of TIER, she actually got on the phone with the community of Flagler and was able to work out so that, this was COVID. She couldn't sit in the cafe and wait. It was carry out only. So, she was stuck, and we helped facilitate her safety until her family could get her home.
All the way from Louisville, Kentucky, at the Matt Show. I want you to stand up, put your hands together right now for Tears. What's going on, man? Hey, it's a plum pleasing pleasure to be here today. When I heard about this, I said, you know what? I got to go interview them. I don't want to wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow ain't promised. But I said, let me go today to interview them. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm groovy. I can't complain. Now, let me ask you a question. What is Tears?
It's Truckers Emergency Assistance Responders. And what we do is when a company abandons their driver or they have a catastrophe on the road, they get in a wreck and they have no way to get home, we get them home.
That's amazing right there. You want me to tell you why? Because I seen a couple of TikToks like last week, maybe a couple of weeks ago, about companies abandoning some drivers.
Yes, they do that. And it's low life, but, sometimes they do it in the middle of the night. They can have the wrecker show up and take that truck.
That's crazy. Now, what do you want people to know about Tears?
That we're totally on donations. And when you call us, we have you send in an application. We check out your story. We do the best we can to get you on a bus, a plane, a U-Haul, and get you back home as quick as we can.
That's amazing right there. I love it because it's back office work. It's stuff that people usually not thinking about until they get in that position. And so with you guys being able to step up and step out and be able to help the drivers and assist them in that type of way, I think it's amazing. We're talking about the Tears organization, and I know that you're a part of the Tears organization. Tell me some of the stories that you've heard about with the Tears organization.
We have helped drivers from all walks of life and from all sizes of company, from small independent carriers to the mega carriers. But the one that really sticks out to me, that really helps me know that this organization is good to what they say, is we had a pregnant driver, and she was kicked out of her truck at 3 o'clock in the morning by her mega carrier because the day before she had an argument with her dispatcher about hauling an unsafe load.
Jeez.
So 3 o'clock in the morning, the sheriff comes, knocks on the door, and says, "You have 5 minutes to get out of the truck," and the tow truck was waiting. And what they mean 5 minutes, and at that point, 3 in the morning, you're woken out of your bed. You don't even remember to bring your phone charger.
Yeah.
Now, Flagler, Colorado, I don't know if you've been there, but there's nothing there but a few residents.
Jeez.
So Idella, the vice president of TIER, she actually got on the phone with the community of Flagler and was able to work out so that, this was COVID. She couldn't sit in the cafe and wait. It was carry out only. So, she was stuck, and we helped facilitate her safety until her family could get her home. That was one of the first cases that we had when we first opened up in 2019. Since then, we had a guy whose truck was caught fire in the middle of the night because of poor maintenance from the carrier, and they fired him for that, and he was just left at a truck stop in Iowa. We got him back to Alabama. Every week, we get drivers that, through no fault of a lot of times it's a disagreement with their dispatcher or a wage theft issue where their carrier's not paying them the way they should. Out here it's not easy, and a lot of times you're at the mercy of your carrier. So when you're living paycheck to paycheck as it is, and you get a paycheck that week, you don't have money to get home. And if you do have enough money, you don't have enough money to get all your stuff home. Like you have to abandon everything you have in your truck. Can you imagine that? I have a lot of shit in my truck.
I got a lot of stuff in my truck too.
Yeah, like I have my whole life in my truck, so I'm not trying to leave that behind.
Yeah.
But we work to try and make sure that we can get you, your possessions, and your pets, because a lot of people, they can't get on a Greyhound if they have a dog.
Yeah.
We've seen drivers that before we opened up, that we've seen stories from Operation Roger, which is another great charity to support. They get pets across country and home. But yeah, drivers were told we can get you on the Greyhound, but you got to take your dog over to that shelter. This is my 10-year dog. I've had, since it was a puppy. Why am I going to leave it at a shelter in the middle of nowhere that I'm never going to be able to get back to? Like, it's heartbreaking, the stories that we hear from drivers when they're at their most vulnerable.
So let people know how they can contribute to the TIERS organization.
CDLtier.org is our website, and you can donate through PayPal on that, or Cash App us at CDLtier. It's that easy.
All right, guys. This story has really pulled my heartstrings. So
do you have $10 for me that I can give to these ladies?
I do have $10. I'm gonna have to Cash App it. I will Cash App it after I get off the phone, because I'm using my phone to record.
I appreciate you doing that, and also the fact that you're letting me stalk you through the whole show.
Yeah. All right.
Because we're neighbors.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We appreciate you, and thank you for all your support.